Straight into it, knackerbags. No little intro video today. What is going on, you dead set legends? And welcome to the best rankings video on the planet. I am going to try and divulge and try and make a top 10 super heavyweight rankings. I'm going to try and make it make sense. But I know it's going to ruffle a few feathers, and that's okay. That's what is awesome about this sport. You know, we go on this big, giant roller coaster. We go up and down and we go all over the shop, but we're going to try and make sense of it. So I got 10 athletes. Some are pretty certain where they're going to be, but let me know what you think your top 10 is. Oh, no, I've got the wrong bloody video up. Yeah, let me know what your top 10 video, your top 10 rankings are. As there's my rankings there. Okay. So I've even tried to go even number 10 is controversial, but I've got 10 athletes, and I think through wins and losses and things like that, and 2 athletes, according to my rules. So the rules I have, usually if you beat someone, then you go above them on the ranking. If you haven't pulled in a year, then you don't go, then you're out of the rankings. So I'm very interested to see how this goes as everyone's trying to get their top 10 rankings in. Awesome. I'm going to see how it goes. Yell at me, go nuts, because, you know, I'm not sitting there thinking this is going to be the official one. But a couple of my athletes, because for me, if you haven't pulled, because I remember not that long ago, even though I still thought Levan was number 1 in the world, I removed him from the rankings. And there's one athlete on my list that has like a week to pull. If I had done this next week, he probably wouldn't be on my list because he's been inactive on the right hand for over a year. So what do you think of the rule set? What do you think the rule set would be? If you're a champion, you supersede everyone. Usually, if you beat someone, you go above them. It is all over the shop at the moment. So we're going, today is super heavyweights. And then from next week onwards, I'll be trying to get a whole heap of athletes for Knuckles Up because they just got my ticket, and I'll be at Knuckles Up in a couple of weeks' time. All righty, so what are people saying in the chat? Yeah, seems about right. Come on, Drew. Who are your top 10? Who are your top 3? Who are your top 5? Give us something. Give us something, buddy. Tatanka says, Levan, Devon, Erdemis, Gennady is his top 4. Cheeseberry says Levan, Gennady, and Devon is his top 3. Maybe in a year, Kadetcha can challenge Everest. In a year, bloody hell. Georgians almost had a clean sweep. They're pretty good. Gennady should prove that he is recovered. Well, hopefully we get a Gennady match soon. That is for sure. So, because we're on a, how do we say it, a big come down. Everyone's kind of taking a break from arm wrestling. It was such a big build-up for Levan and Devon, and whether you're a Levan fan, you just saw your man conquer it and just remind everyone that he's the best in the world. If you're a Devon fan, you're probably just licking your wounds and you're like, oh my God. But not the Aussie arm wrestler. He loves to keep on going. Knuckles Up is in 2 weeks' time. 2 weeks' time. And then King of the Table is 2 weeks after that, in about 4 or 5 weeks. So we've got plenty of arm wrestling to go. Hey, Derek. What is going on, buddy? Who are your top 10, Derek? Big D-bagger. Who are you? Pythagoras says that Erdemis versus Alex rematch is long overdue. Right. I'm going to kick it off with number 10. I really struggled between 4 or 5 athletes for my number 10. And I've probably got it wrong. I've probably got it wrong. So, people putting Erdemes above Alex trips me out. Tell me why. I know Alex quite a while ago beat Erdemes Gasparini, but that was almost 3 years ago now. So, Vitali number 3, Derek, are you high? I love Vitali as much as the next bloke, but are you high, Derek? Vitali number 3? I wish I had some water here so I could go. Jeez, I love you, Derek. Okay. So I went between 3 or 4 athletes. Now, this person's only got a week left, and then I'm removing him from my list because he hasn't been active. So I have Georgi Zarenov. Now, his last 2 matches, I spelt Sergey wrong. His last 2 matches were against Arif Adam and Sergey Kalinichenko in the super heavyweights. That's not too bad. You could put Reevars because his last couple of matches, his last few wins were against Michael Todd and Dave Chafee, and then Vitali beat him. So it was between Georgie. For me, it was between Georgie and Reevars. And you know what? I probably should have had them both at number 10. I probably should have had it at number 10, in my opinion. So let's go equal. Georgi Zarenov and Reevars Lutudze at number 10. Both have beaten quality opponents. Now, Georgi Zarenov, his last win, his last match was like May 6th on the right hand. I believe when he beat Arif Adam on the right arm. So maybe I might chuck Reevars Lutudze in there. Who are your guys number 10? I'm really struggling with number 10. So Georgie, Reevars, and I was chopping and changing a bit because a couple of athletes have had some wins in the super heavyweight division, but they pull in the light heavyweight or the heavyweight one. So I'm really in struggle town with my number 10. So tell me right now, guys, who do you think is ranked number 10 on the list? Give it to me. Give it to me straight. Please. Let me know. I'm in struggle town. Trying to go off previous results, but let's see how we go. Right. Let's jump in at number 9. And I'm trying with arm wrestling maths here. And it is the big guy, the Russian bear, Vitaly Loletin is my number 9. He recently beat Dave Chafee, king of the table. Then the king of the table before that, he lost to Erdemes Gasparini. And then his last right arm win, he also beat Reevars Lutudze. So, that being said, I just need to have a look at something. Okay, when was that? So I've got one other person on my list that will be taken off the rankings next week because their last match was May 6th. Hence, so arm wrestling Mats. He beat Dave Chafee, the last king of the table, lost to Erdemes Gasparini, beat Reevars Lutudze. So, in my opinion, he's only, in his last 3 matches, he's only beaten number 10. All right? This is where it all gets wild. What? Crazy putting Vitaly at number 9. I think he's at least 4 or 5. All right, hear me out. Hear me out. I'm going with arm wrestling mats. Because you got to remember, like now that he beat Dave Chafee, before he beat Reevaluating, his last right-hand match, he lost to Dave Chafee. Now, where would you rank Dave Chafee? See, this is where we're getting in there. This is where things are getting a bit tricky. It's tricky to rock around and do the rankings tricky. Tricky. I think the 6 is upside down. Okay, I love it. Come at me, bro. Or broettes, if there are any women watching. But, you know, there's only like 3, and I'm married to one of them. So, okay. Just double check. Getting no messages, which is brilliant. Yeah, okay, cool. So that's who I think is number 9. Doesn't matter. Okay. He gave hell to he gave hell to Hermes. Oh, I like this one. This little down. I like it. Jake is boosting the algo by talking crazy. Hit that like button. Yes, sweet son of a guns. Hit that like button. Because you're all bloody Dead Set Legends. All right. So number 8. I'm liking it. I like that everyone's up and about in the chat. I love it. Here we go. Number 8. Artyom Morozov. So you could have Vitaly and Artyom equal. You could. But I'm trying to sit there and just pick one. They both had beat... No, this one's right. I forgot to fix Artyom's one. Shit. This isn't right. Because Artyom's last 3 matches... Why is my graphic wrong? I'll have to fire the editor. Okay. Because Artyom's loss was to Georgi Svetkov. Ah, crap. I forgot to fix this graphic. I do apologize, guys. So ignore that graphic. Because he lost to Georgi. So this was my last rankings video. Oh, okay, that's all right. So lost to Georgi, defeated Reevaluating, and defeated Dave Chafee. So ignore this graphic. I forgot to change it. Sorry, rushing around this morning. Forgot to change it. So his last 3 matches, he lost to Georgi Svetkov. He beat Reevaluating, who I've got 9 or 10, and he beat Dave Chafee. So you could argue Morozov and Vitaly are around the same. Right arm, super heavyweights. Okay. That Russian bear is top 4. You're a nut job, Jake. Well, so what I want to know, right, because you're all coming in hard, and this is what I love about rankings. You're all coming in hard. But you're not telling me why. At least I'm giving you reasons why. You're just telling me Vitaly should be top 4. I can't disagree with the second half of your Red Hot Chili Peppers because I am a nut job. Vitaly, tell me why Vitaly's 4. Ready, bang! Rick James, what's going on? Jake will say water isn't wet next. I'm trying. This is right hand only. Yes. So apologies. I've done my graphic wrong. Those aren't right. His last 3 matches, lost to Georgi, beat Reevaluating, beat Dave Chafee. Oh my God, I can't with this list. Well, give me the reasons why. And ready, bang. Alrighty. Oh. Yeah, I forgot to fix this graphic, guys. I forgot to fix this graphic. So apologies. Okay. So number 7, I haven't fixed this graphic as well. Right. I got to edit this. Right, let's get rid of this. Let me just edit this. This is ridiculous. This is what happens when you have kids. I got to bloody do this. If I'm gonna get abused for the rankings, at least get my bloody graphics right. And then we'll go again. So that was right. And then we'll start again. So he lost to Georgi Zvekov. Win versus Rivas Letudze. Win. Because it's bad enough you guys are abusing me. So I better get this right. Oh, that's what happened. Okay. I know what happened now. I know why my graphics stuffed up. It's okay. It's okay, guys. It's okay. I'm fixing it, and then we'll go again. Let me just fix that. And then abuse me. You get 3 minutes to abuse me. Now, let me double check that all the other graphics are right. Yes. Yes. It's been a fun morning. I'll tell you that right now. Okay. Let me just double check the graphics. It's just not my morning. Just not my morning. Okay. So if I go and export that one. Okay, what does the chat say? I'm going to get the proper one back on. I was duplicating and I forgot to change them. Okay, so I'll just get the new video up and then we can all be kind of friends again. As that is just getting down. Let's see what you Dead Set Legends are saying. Hit the like button while you're in here. And Jake the Professional. See you, mate. Enjoy. I don't know if I can handle it. Okay, wait, where are we? Scuffed. Georgie was top 4 since the last match. Oh, I think I had him 5th last time. Johnny Cooper says, ready, bang. Oh, this is going to start a few arguments. Yeah, we're going to start again. Hear the Jeopardy music. Okay, let's start again. I already started off with let's remove that one. All right, we'll go again. So I started off with Georgie, and then we spoke about quite possibly it was Georgie and Rivas. Then we went, number 9 was Vitali. Win versus Dave, loss versus Erdemes, win versus Rivas. So Vitali's only beaten people that aren't in rank number 10. So loss versus Georgie, win versus Rivas, and a win versus Dave. So once again, you could have him and Vitali equal at 7 or 8. All righty. So then, rank number 7. There we go. Lost versus Devon. Beat Pyasalayev. Beat Archie Morozov. So Georgie goes above Arden because he beat him. Now this couldn't go too well. So I've got Georgie at rank number 7. And then we know what happened on the weekend. And that was Alex Kadecha shoots into the rankings. And I've got him just sitting quietly at number 6. Now, we'll see how we go. Sorry, Mr. Yeah. Because he beat Georgi Svetkov within the last couple of years. I mean, we got one match out of him the last however long it was. So Alex goes above Georgie because he beat Georgie. Georgie's above Archie Morozov because Georgie beat Archie Morozov. So I'm trying to give you reasons why. You're all having a crack at me at the chat, but you haven't given me reasons why. Give me something. Give me something. And I'm trying to do my best to go off wins and losses. Now, we'll get a bit messy near the top, but there's still one more athlete that by May 6th, if he doesn't compete in the next 10 days, he's off my list. Wait, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, if he doesn't compete in the next 10, we're gone. Does anyone agree? What would you change? Tell me, what would you change? Georgie was in no shape to pull it all. Match should have been cancelled. Kadecha shouldn't be above Georgie in the rankings. But you could say that with the Georgie Morozov. Morozov was really sick, was on a soup diet. If you put your arm on the table, you are deemed to be good enough to pull. We all agree that probably should have cancelled the match. We've all seen the photos of his leg. Spoke to Svetkov. Spoke to Svetkov just the other day. So, Derek, hang on, because you aren't using your arm wrestling sense, just going off who beat who recently. So when I watch the NBA, right, and I see that Oklahoma City have had more wins than anyone else and they're on top of the table, I should say no, because the Joker's a better basketball player, or Victor Wembanyama won Defensive Player of the Year off basketball sense. No. Oklahoma City, that's how you advance to the finals. That's how you advance up the ladder. You're not using arm wrestling sense. All right. You know what? Derek? I've got a little bit of time on my hands. I've got a little bit of time, Derek. So, let me just check something else. Time to put your money where your mouth is, Derek. Time to put your money where your mouth is. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see, Derek. We'll see. How can people not go off wins and losses? You climb up the ladder, you become the number one contender in any sport because you beat other people. So let's talk dirty. But you know that some of these guys beat other guys above him. But they haven't yet. Because Georgie lost to Kadetsha. Morozov lost to Georgie. Vitali in the last couple of years hasn't beaten anyone in my 10. All right.
All right. Now let's do this, Jake. No. Let's do this. How dare you, Jake? How dare you?
So your logic is if they're competitive and they've lost, so you're against my, if I beat you, I rank higher than you.
Well, but we've got to look at the matches. So was Vitali toe-to-toe with Hermes? Did he go back and forth with him? So
Who won?
Does a clean sweep mean the same thing as a close match?
A win and a loss are the same things. It's just a win and a loss.
It's just a win, but we can tell. So how many people on that list beat Vitali? Right? Can beat Vitali? And they're all ranked below him, right?
Not can beat what? Who can beat Vitali, or who have beat Vitali?
But I mean, this is what I'm talking about arm wrestling sense. So you have it. I'm not saying you don't have it. I'm saying you're just going off I'm saying you're just going off the win loss. You might as well just put a point system in there and just start doing points and make this into a elo system. You know, it's kind of the same thing. Like, there's no way Vitali's number 9. What? This is wild. Or
equal 8th. I'd come to equal 8th. I could have him and Morozov level.
I think especially with Morozov being a hook puller, I think Vitali beats Morozov.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. I think I can beat you. So does that make me ranked higher than you?
Stop it. You don't think you can touch me, Jake? Stop it.
Well, okay.
But according to your math, I lost my last super match, so
there is zero chance I could beat you. There is zero chance I could.
I lost my match to Matt, so you should be ranked above me then. Right? Is that how this works? All right, let's go through this list, Jake. You know what? You do your show. I'm going to be back here in the background.
No, hang on. You can't just sit there and be a keyboard warrior, and then I'll bring you on the show and go, you know what? Oh, you know what? I'm just going to sit back.
No. Let's continue trouncing down this path. I'm with you for this. I will be the voice of the chat.
I've got my shovel, and the only way to get out of this is to keep digging. Alrighty. Let's get in there. Wow, Derek with the headphones.
Oh, yeah. I had them on. I was playing games, so whatever.
On any other given day, the top 10 guys could beat each other. Yes. 2 to 10 could give them hell. I agree, but I can't go ifs and buts. Arm wrestling maths, break out the abacus. What else have we got? Jason Fountain says, what up, Jake and Derek?
So
Levan is the only one who matters. Everything else is nonsense. Now, Derek, I've brought you on to explain, but this is what I want to do with Stay Golden, Pony Boy. Just give me a reason. Don't just tell me Vitali is top 5 in your book. Tell me why he is top 5.
The people that can beat him are very few. Let's see, Levan and Hermes will be the only people, and then I'd like to see him and Alex. But besides that, I wouldn't favor a single person over Vitali.
Yeah, but we can't go off who could beat them.
See, you want me to give you answers within your realm of thinking of who's beating who. That's how you want me to answer the question.
Oh, mate,
I'm telling you based on like obvious. Anybody that follows the sport would know this stuff. You know this. You put Vitali in a room with all these other top 10 guys, and they all have it out. He's probably going to be top 3 or 4.
Yeah, but he hasn't done that yet.
But we know he can't. That's him. That's it.
I was there when he lost to Dave Chafee.
I saw it. He did lose, but at the same time, it's always which Dave shows up. I mean, how broken is Dave at this moment? Is he all the way hurt? Is he healthy? Is he what's hurt on him? That's always.
I can only go off They've competed. They've competed. So then we had Morozov. So what number were we up to? You were getting disgusted as the list rolled on. So Georgie lost. He lost to them, and he lost to Alex Kadecha. I forgot to put that on there. He lost to Alex Kadecha on the weekend. Lost to Devon. He beat Pyasalayev, beat Morozov, and he lost to Jerry.
Right.
So that's why I've got him at 7, because if I've got Morozov 8, Georgie beats him, then he climbs there. Now, this is where you started losing your shit.
Well, putting Georgie above Vitaly is already just blows my mind. Now, I think Alex is higher. Now, the way I would do the rankings based off opinion would be much more controversial, right? At least yours has some logic behind it, like some solid facts. I get it.
I'm trying.
I get it. I get your approach, right? It's just like some of this stuff is just going to be hardcore opinion based. Yeah, but Alex took a year and a half off, came back, went toe to toe with Morozov left-handed, like right there with the number one guy in the world, right there, back and forth. Right, I know he lost, but he was right there, and then goes and has his first right-handed match. Right, so obviously he leveled up big time. Came back left-handed up there. Obviously his right leveled up with it. Crushes Georgie Svetkov. Georgie was hurt. I still think he would have crushed Georgie even if Georgie was healthy, personally, but we'll never know. So I think Alex is at a high level. Also, he stylistically and with his size and with the way he's moving, I think he's the first one, like Devon said, that could potentially give Levan hell. So I think he's definitely up there. I think he's higher than 6.
Yes, but you were saying that, Devon said you were saying Devon said that Alex could beat Levan, so we have to rank him higher. Devon also said that he'd beat Levan.
I'm not saying just because Devon said that. I just listed a bunch of reasons why I think that, and then I said also Devon said that on top.
Yeah, I know.
Come
on. I've got him
on.
at number 6 because he just beat Georgie Svetkov. We can agree on. I still thought 100% healthy Svetkov. I still think Alex wins this one. And I still think Alex can rock a few people in the top 5.
Mm-hmm.
So this is where it gets really tricky for me. And let me tell you why. So Gennady is at number 5. Gennady has 2 weeks to pull or he's out.
Okay. Gennady is a wild card. But I'm sorry, I just don't think in your train of thought in terms of win-loss. I'm just trying to think of like actually where he's at and who he beat, who he can beat and stuff like that. Beat Devon Larratt, right? Number 2 guy in the world. Crazy.
Yeah. This one was very confusing.
That was recent. We have to assume until proven otherwise that he still beats Devon. A healthy Gennady beats Devon. Until proven otherwise, we still have to assume that, right? So I agree. Gennady is definitely somewhere up there. Also in the past, I mean, he knows Levan. I think maybe a healthy Gennady, I would love to see him pull Levan and see what he comes up with. He is a very creative, versatile arm wrestler. But I'm not. He's hard to place, even with my style of thinking, my style of ranking, because he can do everything, but he's not the master of anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Jack of all trades, a master of none. He's definitely falls into that category. I mean, elite at a lot of stuff, but not crazy, the strongest at any of the things. So it's hard to put him in there, even with my style of rankings. It's I don't, but I think I'd feel for sure having top 5 or 6. I agree with top 5 or 6 for Gennady. Just exactly where is a little tough.
Now, are you one of those people like me? If you don't compete in a year, you're out of the rankings.
I think in the NA rankings is 2 years.
Yeah, but you guys, North America have like 11 nationals a year. So.
Whoa. I don't know what is that. How is that relevant? That means we have more opportunities to compete.
I mean, it means it's very, very watered down. But yeah, but in saying that, when I say to people, like, I took Levan out of the rankings because he hadn't competed in a year, but I still believed he was number 1 in the world. Right. And I still believe, like, when Gennady comes back, if he wants that rematch with Devon straight off the bat, I think he's entitled to it.
Gotcha.
I think Gennady can just pick and choose. He goes, right, I want to come back and I'll pick I want to rewrite my loss against Jerry, or I want to prove to everyone that the referees had nothing to do with it, and I pick number 2.
You know what would be interesting, Jake, for you to do another show with your top 10, just personal opinion ranking, just with no who beat who, just off the top of your brain, who you think the top guys are, without thinking in this way.
So you want me to do a ranking if the top, say, 10 guys were in a room, who I think would beat who in order.
Yep. That'd be interesting. I mean, especially now that you have this list, so you can kind of compare it to that and see how close it is, or where it comes out to. And that might be your saving grace with the chat, by the way, so they don't, try to string you up and kill you.
I love doing rankings because it's almost impossible. It's almost impossible.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Now, going off wins and losses, number 4 has to be the last guy that beat Gennady. And he's beat Georgie. His only loss recently is to Erdemes. He's beaten two of the guys that I've got in my top 10. So Jerry ranks above them. Now, if you want to go off, like people are saying, but, Georgie was sick and he shouldn't have pulled. Well, Jerry didn't have the best lead up to the Erdemes match.
Yeah, that's true. I just feel like Morozov beats Jerry. I mean, I feel Morozov beats Jerry. I feel like Alex Krdecha beats Jerry. I feel like we'll see about Vitali. That's planned, right? That's coming up.
That's how Vitali jumped straight into rank number 4. So if Vitali beats Jerry, then Vitali jumps all the way up.
Jerry's a little bit of a wild card because of his odd style, and just trying to think about how people would deal with that. I see what you're saying. I get where you're going with it.
Obviously, your reaction is you don't agree with it.
I feel like I need to get a piece of paper and a pen and sit and write down like what I feel like my top 10 list would be.
Yeah.
But I have not done that yet, so I don't have a list to compare with you. But I get what you're saying. I mean, yeah. He beat Georgie and beat Gennady. John Cooper ranks are about feelings. Unless you make a rankings about feelings, right? I could do Derek's rankings, Derek's opinion of rankings. That's mine. This isn't an official ranking either. This is Jake's rankings.
This is the official ranking. This is what everyone will grasp onto and go, Aussie Arm Wrestler is the most level-headed person in the sport. This must be right.
Yeah, and there's different styles. When you start going down the rabbit hole, there's different styles of rankings and stuff that should take different things into accountability, like the ELO rankings, right? There's definitely an argument for ELO rankings making the most sense. Right? Who's taking them? So the close matches, like one round would actually have points and losing a round. So which is closer, and overtime, who's overtime the best? That's a style of doing it. But this who beats who is a style. And there's like opinion-based rankings as well. I mean, there's different rankings that have different levels of merit.
And this is the one thing, Derek, I love about arm wrestling. So just hold on to your beard for a moment. So Vitali does beat Jerry, right? So stay golden, pony boy. The Drew 24 says this is now full-time Vitali. He has a lot to prove now. And then Vitali's overrated. I love, this is not only about arm wrestling, this is what I love about sport. Because we all see things differently. We all think, my team that wear this color jersey are the best team ever. Or you think this. And so I just love it. In the same, we've both made arguments and people are like, oh yeah, Vitali beats Jerry. No, Vitali's overrated.
Space said Alex Krdecha would destroy Vitali. I don't know. I want to see that match. They both fight for height. Alex is a little bit better fighting for height, but I think Vitali might be a little stronger than Alex currently. I need to see a little more out of Alex first. And Vitali is taller. So even if Vitali goes like this and Alex is like this, Vitali might still be taller than Alex. So and it's going to be a match of height. So I'm not sure. I need to see that match. I need to see it.
Yeah. Maybe Derek and I can do a weekly ranking show, and we'll do every division, every hand, but then we'll like pick a random country, North America, Australia, and things like that.
Hey, Drew. Hey, that sounds fun. I'm not super up to date on all the lighter weight rankings. I kind of focus on the big guys.
I've got to use arm wrestling sense according to Derek, but Derek doesn't follow arm wrestling.
Oh,
so
stop. I followed enough. I'm just saying, like, when it gets really light.
I follow it enough. So you're saying you only follow the important people.
I'm like, oh, that's way down there on the old weight list. I can't really see that far,
Well, would you look at that? It's time for you to go. Hey,
Jake, come on. Super heavyweight supremacist.
Super heavy supremacist.
Yeah. I look from the top of the weight categories.
I like Jerry, but a one-trick pony will never be a top dog. I don't know. Levan's not willing to face Danny Tesh.
That's a good comment right there.
Poor Danny. I offered a lot of money to get Danny on the show, but nope. Okay, so rank number 4. So then 3, by logic.
Hermes. There we go.
Is Hermes.
I can agree. I had Hermes at number 3 on my list.
Because he beat Vitali. Well, you had Vitali number 3 early days.
I changed it to 4. You didn't even read it. You just, you stuck on your topic.
Oh, no, I saw it. I just wanted to make you look
better. All right.
I saw you in the chat go, look up.
All right. Okay. Thanks, Pradeep. I appreciate you doing that to me, trying to make me look back. Thank you.
Oh, all righty. So Hermes beats Vitali, loses to Devon, beats Jerry. So I've got him. He's beaten number 9, and he's beaten number 4, and lost.
Yeah, this will make sense all around. I doubt anybody disagrees with Hermes being number 3.
So here's a good question that we can both answer. Ozzy, do you think this form of Devon right now can beat anyone besides Levan? So this is I think Safi Abdul Raham Rahimi. I just wanted to see if I could pronounce his name properly.
I wanted you to say it too.
Yeah. Was I close?
Safi Abdul Rahman Rahimi. Yeah, sounds right.
Yeah. I would say right now, that's a really good question. It's a really good question. Doesn't beat Levan. He's already proven that he's beaten Erdemes. A rematch with Gennady. A rematch with Jerry. Would he beat Alex? Well, he's already beaten Svetkov. I think he'd beat Jerry. Going down the list. Gennady rematch would be really good. I think this version of Devon beats Gennady in a real tough battle again. Then my X factors are Morozov and Kadecha. And maybe Vitali.
Whoa, number 8, Vitali? You think he can upset number 2?
He could.
Whoa, this doesn't make any sense. The rankings don't represent that. What the hell?
But they don't. Wait. They don't. I haven't got the. Well, I've left Vitali at 9.
Oh, 9. Wait, 9? I thought he was 8. 9?
Well, I think I could probably put him equal 8 with Morozov.
Gotcha.
Equal 8 with Morozov, and then like Rivas, Zarenov, equal 10th. And we got it right.
I think Devon beats Morozov, in my opinion, and I can understand why there's some argument there. I wouldn't put him above Gennady until proven otherwise. Gennady's very crafty, and he found a way to nullify Devon's King's move by pressing him off the pad. Gennady's a threat. I do favor Vitali, and I really want to see. I'd like to see Devon and Alex. I don't know how that goes.
Yeah, it'd be really good. What if Dennis beats Erdemes June 1st as he jumped to number 3?
There is no way. There's no way Dennis Montgomery beats Erdemes Gasparini. There's no way. It's not going to be close.
I think Erdemes wins.
I think he
But-
crushes him. I think he crushes him. Clean sweep.
Wow. Clean
Personally.
sweep.
I'm standing pretty strong in this opinion for this match. I think it's
And then, of course, why Devon stays at number 2, because his last loss was against the champ, the title holder. So he sits there. And because he's had like 6 right arm matches in the past 12 months, where unfortunately Gennadi's been injured. So then I had to use my arm wrestling mats. Otherwise, I probably could have had Gennadi higher up on the list. But yeah, I mean, look at that there. Lost to Levan and then beat Georgie, beat Dennis, beat Erdemes. Who else did he beat right hand? He beat Sandras.
Yeah, everybody.
I don't count tournaments because he laid down against some people so he could continue to pull Ryan Espy. But yeah, so that's why I've got Devon number 2, and then of course the former champ, the big dog.
The big dog.
Levan is in there. So, Derek.
Now there's some interesting things, right? We throw a trained up Travis Bagent coming up in the mix. Does that change anything? We throw a healthy Rivaz up in there. Let him start getting a few more matches. Does that change stuff? And there was somebody else in my mind I was thinking of that we can throw in there.
I was getting real angry with Rivaz and Vitali. I was getting really angry at one stage. Not pretend real angry, right? Because if you go to Rivaz's last few wins, he beat Michael Todd in a banger. And not many people rate Michael Todd. They don't even think he's top 15. Then he beat Dave Chafee.
And he beat Derek Smith there in a real close one too, right in the middle.
Wow.
Really
I didn't want to bring that up, but
was really
so he beats Dave Chafee. Dave Chafee then goes on in all of that, has beaten Vitali, and Vitali beats Rivaz. So it's like you beat, you know what I mean? Everyone was like skyrocketing Rivaz. And it's like, hang on, you beat a guy that no one thinks should be ranked, and not many people are rating Dave Chafee. And now Vitali beats Rivaz, and Vitali shoots right up, but he only beat the guy that beat Dave, that he lost to. So at that stage, that's why I've kept Vitali down.
My boy Vitali, man. Jake, hopefully he doesn't watch this show. Just saying.
Well, he does. He says it. He does. He puts subtitles on because he told me in an elevator. And you never experienced this, Derek, because you are a giant man yourself. But it was funny, like when I turned up to Dubai and I get to the hotel and then like you press the elevator button, the first person you see, it's like Vitali coming out. Hello.
You're all, hey. What's going on?
And then he was going back up with me and asking how my family was and things like that. So,
yeah, it's there's other. I mean, yeah, what's Michael Todd's trajectory? Ivan Matyushenko is lurking around doing weird things. Like there's people that are getting ready to that could potentially mess with that 6 to 10 thing kind of at any time. I think they can hop up in there for sure.
Yeah, because there's so many. I mean, we haven't really seen where Alajan's right arm is if he wants to pull in the super heavyweights. Yeah, like because Matyushenko's beaten a super heavyweight, so like he beat Kamil Jablonski very, very easy.
Oh, that was the fastest match I've ever seen.
So I'm looking forward to things like that. So Devon would dominate Vitali. So obviously,
how? Explain to me, Spacey. Explain to me how he dominates Vitali so easily.
Oh, so now you want an explanation?
I would always love a technical explanation as to how this happened because I think Vitali beats Devon. Yeah, there's some matches where I'm not sure. I'd like to see it. I think Vitali. My opinion is Vitali beats Devon there.
So then, who do you think? Just quickly going off the rankings, Devon's pulling at 115 in July.
Yeah, nobody touches him.
Who do you think he pulls?
I mean, that's like what? That's like Sandrich, Alajan, Matushenko,
Dadekan, Prudnik.
Dadekan. Okay. I think a Dadekan match is in there, but I think that Devon stylistically, I think he destroys Dadekan. In terms of people that could potentially have a shot at beating Devon at that weight, I think a version of Sandris, because he's pretty versatile. He can do a lot of things, and he's still getting stronger and moving forward. I'm not saying right now, but I'm saying at some point at that weight, I think Sandris might be able to pose a threat.
I like Sanders, but Devon crushed him already.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying he's still getting stronger. He's a lot younger than Devon. He's still moving forward, and he's versatile and tall. I think there's a version of Sanders at some point that can give Devon trouble at 115.
I love Sanders.
And then, but a lot of these guys are hook pullers, like Matushenko, Dadekan, even Prudnik needs his hook, and Devon is just great against inside pullers. His trouble is more with guys that can pull outside and even lose their wrist and have a ton of side pressure still.
And will he pull Dadekan after the whole Denis Saplenkov Bubkin thing? Because Devon said he'll never pull any of Bubkin's guys, so I wonder if that's changed.
I don't know. I wonder.
I mean, money talks. So,
money.
And then, who would you book Travis Bajan's first match against?
It has to be a warm up match, get back into it. But he's not going to pull any bum, obviously. So it's going to have to be somebody with a little bit of a name, but probably someone that Travis would be a favorite against. So I'm guessing somebody that's maybe an inside puller, probably. So Travis can top roll him. That being said, I don't think anybody in the top 10. I don't see him pulling him in the top 10, but maybe a Frank Lamparelli who's been doing pretty well. Name's doing pretty good. Maybe like a Reef or Tem. Maybe like someone along those lines. I'm trying to think who else. I think all the guys that we listed were probably too much for him.
Bajan versus Osmanli, left arm.
Oh, we're talking about left arm?
No. I was just going through some of the people. Schoolboy won't take that match.
Hey, maybe someone said Chafee. Maybe Chafee. I mean, that would be an exciting match. It's a rematch from WAL, although that's not East versus West. But people would watch
there was only 3. There was 14 matches, and I think only 3 of them were East versus West. I think there's no more actual East versus West. I think it's more just the brand name now, East versus West. Because, if we go Golmanov versus Brandon Alcessa was East versus West.
Devon
Levan and Monster Michael Todd and Frank Lamparelli. So 3 out of 14 matches was
just there's not enough North Americans to hang up there, or not enough Western super heavy.
Yeah.
But we got Paul Lynn, be a back out. We got some guys.
Yeah, but Lachlan's about to whoop him, so.
Oh, hold on. The thing is, I don't even want to go down this road because Paul is my boy. But I just spent a bunch of time with Lachlan at King of Table, and we really bonded. And so I don't want to be I'm not going to try to go anti-Lachlan. Paul, I got to represent North America. Paul's my boy, right? So.
Oh, hang on. Don't be saying that and then private chat me saying that Lachlan will absolutely crush Paul like garlic. And
my hands have been up here. Hands up. I didn't say nothing, so I don't know what you're talking about. Jake, see, look, you just acted just like that one guy. I'm not going to say his name again. Just like.
So when it comes to, is the super heavyweight division in trouble if Devon doesn't pull? Or do we think your Erdmes, your Vitalis, your Jerrys and everything are good enough? I think the one person that can really keep it afloat is Alex Kadecha. I think he's got charisma. He knows where the camera is, loves to talk, and he's going for that number 1 spot.
I think that. What do you mean by in trouble? What's your
definition? As in, will people be not as interested in it now?
Right.
Because like say what you want about all the companies. For me, it's Devon. Devon is the needle mover.
Mm-hmm.
Devon is what brings eyes to the sport.
I mean, some of the other guys have big names. Like Hermes has a good size following, Levan has a good size following, and things like that. I think North America, a North American is always going to have a ton of weight behind him in terms of social media and pop culture following and stuff. People want to see a North American up there. So the guys that are already present there, Michael Todd, Jerry, besides Devon, Michael Todd, Jerry, Dave, right? Those are our guys. Well, there's always Todd Hutchings, but obviously he's not going to be a super heavyweight. So really, either we need one of those three guys to try to start fighting to become the man, or we just need me to just gear up and or Corey West, right? Or any chance to get jacked and start making some moves. We need something like that. We need some more North American representation out there, and I think that will bring a lot of the pop culture and the social media following with it. Once another North American starts really cementing himself. But yeah, Devon won't. I need to talk to him. I want to know if he's gonna still pull some super heavyweights. There's still some awesome matches there, but I don't know if he'll do it just to dabble without trying to climb back to Levan. But I want to see him pull Gennady. I really want to see that rematch again. That's my favorite match of all time. That matchup, and there's some awesome matches. A lot of people would like to see him pull, but I don't know if he's going to stay just in 115 or if he'll dabble in the super heavyweight and have some fun matches on there.
We'll go to 105 as well.
Yeah. Hey, I heard he might make 95.
Oh, I remember he said that a while ago.
He said he thinks he can make 95.
So that'd be Irakli.
Travis, yeah. Someone said Travis.
Yeah.
Travis that's a good point. Travis could save a lot in terms of another North American cracking into that top level, mouthy, following, and Travis, because a lot of people haven't even seen Travis when he's the man on stage and all the antics and all the stuff. Like if we're in a Travis era, if that comes back, that could be really interesting as well.
All right, so let's scroll back and you just give me a yes or no if you agree. Zarenov at number 10.
You know what? I'm sure.
Maybe with Reevars. Because Reevars beat Dave and Michael and lost to Vitali. So he's beaten some good names as well.
I'm not even looking at who he beat. I'm just going to see the name and the ranking. I'm going to tell you if I agree. So I can agree Georgie's around 10th. Okay. Makes sense to me.
And so then we roll on. Yep, you said before that you agree with that. So we can...
Hell no. No. I definitely do not agree with Vitali at number 9. No.
So just quickly, Roy, Zarenov above Saplenkov, yes, because in the last 2 or 3 years, Dennis hasn't beaten a super heavyweight. He's had 2 matches. Dennis has beat John Brzezinski and lost to Devon. So I can't. I want to rank Dennis, but I can't.
I hope one day in the future, right, when we're way more advanced society, that somehow they can compile all the info of each person, like Polar, right? The weight and muscle density and style, and take every move from every match and every scenario from every match they've ever pulled, and somehow create an AI-generated match of the top guys in their primes versus each other. And really have a real solid answer and like really see the match of what would have happened, even if it's AI generated. Because someone said, I think Lester said, Levan is probably going to be the best heavyweight ever to have done it. And there's a solid, great argument for that to be the truth, of course. But man, I would love to see some match. I would love to see Prime Saplenkov. I'd love to see Prime Rich Lepkes. I'd like to see put Prime. Yeah, dude, there's so many awesome matches. I like
Gary Goodridge.
I like a different version of Devon too. My 2011 version of Devon, I like a lot. I would love to see that where he had center table control, where he had chest and muscle mass, and he was able to. He was bigger and just stronger.
But even that, people you watch the wrestling games, and they can get the people from yesteryear against the people today. I'd love if there was like a 2K for arm wrestling.
Right.
We could just sit there and put a simulator on and just watch it, in a video game. Because unfortunately, that's the only way we are going to do it.
So current Devon is so specialized in King's Move, Rising, and like fringe arm wrestling, what I call fringe arm wrestling, on the very edges of the table, all the way in or all the way out. Now, and so he specialized in that. But when that one thing fails and it doesn't work, or someone has enough power just to open that up or dip that down, he's kind of at a loss. Previous Devon, I think, okay, Riser was still good, but it wasn't his end-all be-all. But say that loss, he still had options. He might be able to create an Hermes situation like he did with Levan, where Devon back then had the bicep, had the chest, had the center table control. Like he could fall into other places and be a little safer in other places on the table, in my opinion. But Devon, I know this Devon beats old Devon. He says it all the time. But that other Devon had different options. When he faced like Michael Todd, or he was in Arm Wars on the he beat Rich Lepke and all those guys. I like that version of Devon. That was my favorite version on the table.
And then if we can AI generate 2011 versus 2024 Devon.
Dude, yeah, there'd be so many cool matches I'd love to see. But you'd have to really study every match they ever had, like in each scenario, what they like to do, maybe their weights in the gym, how much they're moving. I don't know. But I wish it could happen.
It'd be brilliant. Hannah Zen says, with the same logic, how can you put Kadetra at number 6, as he has one recent win on the right arm and he lost to Dave? He did lose to Dave. I think it was like April 2022 at King of the Table 3, which is, about 2 years ago. But he just, on the weekend, beat who I thought was number 6. So that's why he jumps to number 6.
Yeah, and I would have him higher than that. So I think that with his hiatus and him training his ass off, came back right up there, top of the world, left-handed, war with the number one guy in the world. And then this is his first right-handed match since his hiatus, where he leveled up big time, trained his ass off, and suddenly he destroys Georgie. Georgie was hurt. I still think he destroys Georgie if Georgie was healthy. So I think Alex is ranked higher. I think that was just the tip of the iceberg, and we're about to see more of Alex Kadetra.
Yeah. Morozov, number 8. Well, I've got him and Vitali equal 8.
Yeah, I can see it. It's just hard because, left-handed is number 1, but right-handed, yeah, I can. Man, he can still pose a big problem. I think he poses a big problem to Vitali. I think he can beat Jerry. He would have too much center table control for Jerry, I think, as he's an inside puller. Maybe a little higher. Maybe have him like 6 or 7 in my mind. So I guess I'll say no. I'll say no to 8.
So then who does Morozov replace?
Oh, see, I can't do a whole list in my head. Jake, you want to? I think
so Georgie at 7, and he are supposed to put loss to Alex Kadetra as well.
I think that's around where I would have Georgie, 7th. I can agree with that.
And then number 6 is because Alex beat Georgie, so he goes above him in a recent match.
In my opinion, right now, I have Alex at because I think Alex beats Devon. Stylistically, I think it's a bad matchup for Devon. I put Alex at 2-3 because I think he might lose to Vitali. But that's where I'm at. I'd said I'm on the Alex train. I'm on the Alex hype train. I'm
starting to think you just have a man crush on Vitali.
Vitali poses a lot of threats.
Did you two make out a King of the Table? Is that what's happened?
Vitali's my boy. He is definitely my boy for sure. But no, we did not make out.
I don't know, because you were checking your phone a lot when we were hanging out, and you're like, oh, sorry, Jake, gotta go, cool meeting, yeah.
So, like, somebody give me the list of who beats Alex Kadetra, and I have a feeling I'm going to laugh at a lot of the names about to come out. Like, I still think he crushes Hermes. He is a stylistic nightmare for Hermes. So I think he beat him bad before. I know Hermes leveled up. It's a long time ago. I think stylistically he has Hermes' number for a long time, right? It needs to be someone that's tall that can challenge his hand. He already beat Georgie. Rivaz is kind of out, and Vitali potentially. And then Levan will just be too much. Hermes beats Alex. But what? How? Where? Explain it to me.
So the one thing that I guess I am very excited about, and we are lucky in arm wrestling, is like all of the guys in the top 10, well, my top 10 are active. So, like, Alex is ready to pull everyone. Erdem just wants to pull every single week if he can. You know, Devon was the most active arm wrestler on the planet. Hopefully we get more of Levan and Jerry. Or Jerry's pulling Vitali. So, like, the top 10 guys are pulling each other. So, we're in for a pretty good couple of years. Number 5, Gennady.
He's such a wild card. It's so hard to place Gennady. And this is assuming, like, Gennady that faces Devon, that version. I don't know after his injury where he's at. I'm not sure. But I'm going to assume Gennady's back to, like, when he faced Devon, like that level Gennady. He's just on any given day he can win or lose against all these guys. It's such a toss up because he's so versatile. I was shocked when he lost to Hermes, to be honest.
I predicted Hermes back in the day. I predicted Gennady back in the day when they played.
Yeah, he has so many moves and he has flop presses and top roll that in that match he did the same thing a bunch of times. That was his first comeback match after like years off, I think. But it shocked me that he did that over and over again when he's known to be so versatile. So it's like he's such a wild card, man. So maybe 5 is perfect, right in the middle of top 10, because for a wild card, maybe 5 is the correct ranking.
Didn't Gennady get shot since he pulled Devon?
Did he get shot? I didn't hear that. What?
Don't know. Stop being crazy, Joe. Stop being crazy. No, he's probably true. Jerry at number 4?
I don't think so. I think Morozov beats him. I think the match with Gennady can go either way, depending on the day, like I just said. And I think a lot of the fast outside pullers, obviously Hermes beats him. I favor Vitali against him in that match, but I'm really interested in the match. Yeah, if Jerry really gets on his press, I want to see what Vitali does, because he's had a little bit of trouble with that with Dave. But I don't know the way Vitali handled Dave last time. But Dave didn't really get on that press. He tried the wrist to hold up.
He forgot to let go. He was trying to get out of it.
Yeah, I feel like he should be around 6th, 7th, in my opinion, somewhere in there.
Okay. And then, of course, we go Erdem, Devon, Levan.
Levan, obviously. Devon, I think, loses to a couple people, potentially, but beats everybody else. Hermes loses to, I think he loses to Alex. And that's it. That's the only person I besides Levan, I think. Oh, and Devon. So I think Hermes 3-4 makes sense to me. Yeah. At some point, I have to write all this down. It's jumping all around. I know a lot of stuff isn't making sense. I had so-and-so with this and that. But
it's good.
Yeah. On top of my head, somewhere like 3rd, 4th, Hermes.
Okay.
And then it's rough because people say I'm favoring the tall guys. Yes, the end at 1, the super heavyweight ranking is going to be pretty much tall guys at the end. In the future of our sport, those super heavyweights are all going to be guys my size or potentially sometimes Levan size, but it's all going to be giant, humongous humans. That's just a natural progression of things. As the sport gets bigger, you'll have guys that maybe thought about going to the NFL but decided to do arm wrestling instead. It's just going to be giant, huge guys with a ton of strength potential being at the top of the world. So sorry that they're tall. But with their tall top rollers, that poses a serious problem. Huge guys my size, top rolling with insane wrists and stuff, that poses a serious problem to a lot of people. So I'm not sure. Cole Gray posted his ranking. There we go.
So I like it. He's gone for it. Levan, Demi Erdem, Jerry Vitali, Gennady, Morozov, Kadecha, Zarenov, Frank Lamparelli, and Rivas. So, sorry, Judy, you would be 6, but I think you'll be injured a bit with that leg. Oh, so he's taking him out thinking Svetkov won't pull in the next year.
Frank Lamparelli's interesting, but he can make one.
But then you'd have to put Michael Todd in there. Because Michael Todd just beat Lamparelli.
Oh, that's true.
But that was both at 115, so that might count as a heavyweight match. See, I do love it. That's what I like.
It creates conversation. It creates conversation for sure and debate.
It's going to be great. What have you got going? Because we're going to wrap up the show now, Derek. What have you got going on with you the next couple of weeks?
Nothing. Just training and then pouring a ton of effort into my team. I have a lot of things going on with my team, Alpha Empire, down here in Southern California. Been talking to Devon, really trying to find a way to start an arm wrestling, like basically arm wrestling fight camp, get our own building going where we can train people. People can fly in and train with me and the team. So really putting a lot of effort into that and trying to get a little more active on YouTube. I'm going to start trying to put more videos out. Found a new editor. He just sent me the new video. I'm going to watch that, and then we're going to probably start releasing videos a little more consistently. So just trying to get all arm wrestling, pouring myself more and more into arm wrestling, even more than before.
Brilliant.
So that's the plan right now.
It's going to be great. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you are subscribed to me, you're probably most likely subscribed to Derek Smith, but please go check out AW Derek on all the platforms and support him because he is a dead set legend. And we will see you probably next week, guys. I'm a bit busy over the weekend. I will try and get some of the athletes from Knuckles Up, which is in 2 weeks' time. Get them on the show and talk about that event. All right, guys, we are out of here.